We work with brands to align to their core impact objectives and build programs through the framework that I'm describing now. So, the first pillar of that framework is impact location. Where do we want to go drive that in place impact? The second pillar of our program is impact education. And so we find that when we get into these communities, that creating development programs that can truly drive change for those individuals and help them progress, and that really is the key to enabling kind of that economic vibrancy to continue because you're beginning to create a path for individuals to develop their skills. And so through this concept of impact education, we partner with local and regional educational facilities to help them to design and deliver specialized certifications and classes that align to the work that we're ultimately delivering on behalf of our clients, but give them a career path. And that's our third pillar, actually, which is impact careers. And so what we do is we're working with the brands that we work with is we help to build and design career pathing where they may be coming into for many of these marginalized youth or in many of the marginalized communities, it's their first job. And so they're coming into something that doesn't take a large degree of skills, but they've started to build a foundation to start a professional career. And then what we start to do is we do what we would call digital skills work readiness programs that help them to develop their career path into maybe some more digitally oriented arenas. For instance, they may be learning how to code in one of the hyperscalers languages, or they may be learning a more digitally oriented skill set, like how do you think about digital marketing? And so we build these impact career paths through what we call digital work readiness programs. So that's the third pillar, which is impact careers. The fourth pillar, which is where many BPOs kind of begin and end, is impact sourcing. And so we build partnerships into each of the local communities that we work within to identify these marginalized individuals and build specific programs through partners that help us to go target these individuals and bring them into our ecosystem. So that's the important fourth pillar. The fifth pillar of our strategy is impact community. And so this is once we've defined the location, how do we begin to develop a strategy that's going to maximize the impact we can make on the community? And I'll give you examples of this. When we may go into a community, we may be hiring 500 to 1,000 individuals. And so when you're hiring that many people, you're creating an entire ecosystem, whether that's in how you cater food to them. And so hiring local community based caterers as opposed to like global caterers or security, like hiring local security companies. And so really making sure that we're creating programs that is driving that economic vibrancy into the local community by creating that ecosystem that truly is local. That's the fifth pillar, if you're keeping track. The sixth pillar for us is impact measurement. What we find is so many brands really struggle to measure the social impact that they're driving. And so what we do is we work and we've developed an entire framework around that sits kind of, I'll say, right beside the UN SDGs, so Sustainable Development Goals, that helps us to measure the impact that each of these programs that we're driving is delivering at a brand level. And then what that allows us to do is kind of shrink wrap that impact and provide it to the brands that we work with so that they can actually include that impact from an S perspective in their own ESG reports. And then the last area, and a very important, was impact investing. And this is our seventh pillar. And that's around identifying organizations that want to invest into the community and invest into impact entrepreneurs that will exist within the communities to drive change that can be very meaningful. So that's our seven pillar approach to driving impact within our practice.